The past few days in the sports world have been a whirlwind, with major blockbuster moves shaking up both the NBA and NFL. Luka Doncic's trade to the Lakers was already a seismic shift, but now, Cleveland Browns star edge rusher Myles Garrett has reportedly requested a trade, an announcement that has sent shockwaves through the NFL. With Garrett on the market, every team with championship aspirations will be scrambling to acquire him, and the Detroit Lions should be no exception. They've already demonstrated an aggressive approach to landing elite defensive talent, previously inquiring about a trade for Raiders star Max Crosby. If they now turn their attention to Garrett, the question is, what would it take to bring him to Detroit, both in terms of trade compensation and financial commitment? A move of this magnitude is never cheap. This is a push all the chips in type of trade, one designed to win a Super Bowl immediately, even at the expense of future draft capital. The closest historical comparison is the 2018 trade that sent Khalil Mack from the Raiders to the Bears, a deal that required multiple first-round picks. The Lions would likely have to offer a similar package to entice the Browns. A plausible trade proposal could look like this. Lions receive *. Myles Garrett, Dorian Thompson-Robinson, 2025 5th-round pick. Browns receive *. 2025 1st-round pick. 2026 1st-round pick. 2025 3rd-round pick. Hendon Hooker. While that is a steep price, it's one that could push the Lions over the top. Detroit won't find another Myles Garrett in the draft. Trading away 2 first-rounders and a third is painful, but acquiring a future Hall of Fame caliber pass rusher in his prime is a rare opportunity. This deal also makes sense for Cleveland, which may be headed toward a rebuild, especially with the uncertainty surrounding Deshaun Watson's future. Trading Garrett would bring in much-needed draft capital, and getting Hooker in return gives them an inexpensive quarterback to evaluate while they reassess their long-term plans under center. Contractually, the Lions would need to be prepared to give Garrett a massive extension. He's under contract for 2 more seasons, but a new deal will likely be necessary to keep him happy. Aiden Hutchinson is already due for a record-breaking extension, and Detroit could find itself paying both Garrett and Hutchinson north of $40 million per year each, something that could force tough roster decisions elsewhere. But in a win-now scenario, sacrifices have to be made. The Lions would be pairing the league's best young pass rusher with one of the best defensive players of the past decade. If Detroit pulls this off, the Super Bowl window opens wide. Now, it's just a matter of whether they're willing to pay the price.